Hey, hey, hey.
What up, though? What's going on, Boogie? Welcome back to another episode of Late Night with Nate and Adrian. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg. Get
Like,
them in.
subscribe on all your podcast platforms. We appreciate y'all for checking in. No Sleep Crew, episode number 50. We out here, episode number 50, out here in these streets. What's going on, AB? How you living?
5-0.
I
Man,
know, man.
I'm feeling 5-0. I'm feeling
5-0.
old.
50 from 50. 50
50
from
from
100.
50.
Yeah,
50
that's not
from
that long.
100.
50 from 100.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it happens.
Hey, we out here. We are doing our thing. Again, like I said, we appreciate y'all for checking back in. How was your week, man?
Week was good. I don't know. I feel like more and more time. I just started feeling way more reflective and
Okay.
start to think about like all the stuff that I did and just wasting time. Not that I'm getting old. This ain't a midlife crisis or anything. It's just
Was it a
like,
quarter life crisis?
yeah, it's one of them like, we still in a pandemic. I'm like, did I really use my time back in the day? Right?
Right.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one that's doing that? Like, I feel
No,
like,
you are not.
especially now that we're like, government, the states, the cities are being a little bit more lenient, and you're like, all right, let me step out. Like, I don't want to step out because now I'm just
No.
like, hey, I got more life to live. I ain't trying to go
Yeah, for
out.
real.
I ain't trying to go out because
Like,
somebody right next to me with a beverage out here spit a little bit too much, and now I got a droplet on my lip about to fuck me up.
but here she lays, Adrian Brandyberg.
Right.
If it
I
wasn't
ain't
for her
ready to
going out to the
go.
bar that night, she would
Right.
still be here with us.
Right. If it wasn't for her affinity for strip clubs, she would still be here right
Now
now.
she's partying in that strip club in the sky. She's truly going to find out if heaven has a ghetto. Let's not wait before you yourself are stretched out. Tell that person that you love that you miss them. If you got any grudges that you're holding right now, get rid of all those grudges in your heart.
Okay, I see you really leaning into that. Okay.
I feel like every funeral it's like it's a guilt trip. It's a sad moment, but it's also a guilt trip. It's like you could be like this person right here, but God spared you one extra day. So get your life together right now, because tomorrow this could be you. It's like you never know what time is coming, so get your life right now, because again, tomorrow this could be you. It's like, damn,
they like tomorrow, it's never promised.
Right. And I'm like, I'm already sad here. Like my loved one. And also they always say they say the most what is it? They say terms that aren't really like cool terms. You're stretched out right here in front of your loved ones. And I'm like, why I got to be stretched out? Like, isn't there like a more proper term that can be said instead of that? It's just like,
there is nothing proper. I'm as much as I feel like as much as people they don't want to go to funerals. Funerals are actually
funny,
quite hysterical.
Yeah, they really hysterical.
Are quite hysterical. And
especially like Black funerals.
I was about to say, I have to say this. I'm like stuttering my words because I'm also want to make sure I'm very careful, because I went to my grandfather's funeral years ago, and I'm like, I had to laugh just so I could stop from crying.
Yeah.
And
you got
people around me was like, hey, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to pull out. I'm gonna need you to pull back, because I started laughing after. My God.
I always say, like, at funerals, at least have people that can read very well who are doing this. I was at a funeral this past weekend, and the word was epitome. The word was epitome.
Nope, don't do that.
And she said the epitome.
Nope.
And I was like, what? I was like, epitome. And I had to go back into the bulletin, and I was like, epitome. Let me go back and see. And I was like,
no.
And the way she used it, because she read it like she was the epitome of a virtuous woman. And I was like, what the
Oh
fuck is
no.
epitome? And you know, I'm sitting in the pews and I'm looking around and I'm just kind of like,
Nope.
so nobody else is gonna.
No, because you can't. First of all, how rude and absolutely offensive would that be? Somebody be like, excuse me, I do not mean to interrupt you and your eulogy and whatever you saying right now, but whatever you saying right now is not right."
Like, the word is epitome. I was like, oh, did you not practice this before, like the day before? This was just
No,
like,
she went off top. She went off top.
Give this to you right now. Here you go, read this. And I was like, okay, you know, like it was like that kid that was reading, you know, when it was your turn to be called on, you memorized that sentence, that paragraph, whatever it was. You was like, I'm not fucking up any of these words. That should be done.
I was counting like one paragraph, that paragraph. Okay, she got that one. Okay, so this gotta be mine. All right, let me practice this real quick.
You was asking the homie, was like, hey man, what's this word? What's this word right here?
Yo,
that's what I needed her to do.
Right.
During this funeral. Also, it didn't help that the lady sitting beside me, because you know, I always have somebody that sings. The dude that was singing, first of all, he brought his own little karaoke mixer machine, plugged himself in, and started singing. And the lady beside me was like, like, this ain't it. Like, and I'm like, yet again, I was like, I know y'all hear sister right beside me, like, this ain't it. But I feel like he heard her too, because he turned his mixer up a little bit louder, and
God.
But
you don't want to stop somebody from mourning the way they want to mourn. Like if they want to share their terrible voice because they think it'll cause some solemn to what's going on.
What if it's your relative? Like, I'm not gonna have you come up here and disrespect my mama or my daddy, who's stretched out like this. You're not gonna disrespect them like this.
Good point. You're making valid points right now. I think points go to Nate and zero.
I feel like you owe the deceased at least a little bit. Like, damn, you didn't love them at all, because you got this nigga up here just struggling, like,
questioning values right now.
Like, I just, you know, a lot of times in funerals, I feel like when someone dies and your coworkers like, oh, I can sing. Like, your coworkers, they want to, like, you know, they want to show that they care. They want to
showcase their talent.
This is also
in the time of need.
You know, it's like, hey man, I know you're in mourning here. You know, I would love to, you know, lend my services. You know, I do a mean, you know,
jig. No.
Whatever. I don't know what funeral song. I don't know what the songs right they sing.
I feel like they always do lift every or whatever.
No, they don't do lift every voice.
Not lift every voice.
Do although we go.
Yeah, that too.
To the end. I don't know the name of that song. What's the name of that?
There's another one too. Yeah, that is. There's one more song that they always sing, and I'm like,
damn, what's that other funeral song?
It's more.
Damn. Is that soon and very soon we gonna see the king? I don't know if that's it or not, but
yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, they need to have like better funeral songs altogether. It just needs to be.
Yeah, but you also got to remember, nobody actively goes into the booth like, man, I
want bangers played. I want bangers. Like, when it's my time. When it's my time to go. I want y'all to rock out, have a party. It's gonna be a party. Like, this is what Nate would have wanted. Like, I want y'all in there, light up a blunt, you know, in the pews, just, you know, Papa Eddie, you know, pour out some wine or whatever. But this is what Nate would have wanted. He wants a celebration. Like, you know, when y'all come see me, because I plan on being in an urn. Well, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen because I'm not gonna be there. But, you know, I would like to be, you know, cremated. So I want y'all to walk down when y'all come see my little urn. It's got to be like, don't drop that dun-ta-dun or some shit. Like, come down the aisle to just.
Like I said, don't drop that dun-ta-dun.
You know, that's what it's gonna be when y'all come. Like, this is what we wanted.
I will say this: I found that cremation is more expensive than throwing somebody in a casket.
I thought it was cheaper.
I
I
thought so
thought it was
too. I
cheaper.
told my
Damn.
mama from day one when I found out how much it costs for a funeral with when it comes to casket, put somebody in a casket. I was like, hey, so just want to let everyone know this ain't it for me.
Set me on fire, dog. Light my ass up, bro. You know what's fucked up though? It was like months ago. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about like for heavier people such as myself, it does cost a little bit more for them, but they also have been known to like bigger they bodies smell like it smells like food that they've eaten. It's weirdest shit ever. And I was like, so you mean tell me like if I choose to go the route of cremation, I'm gonna smell like fucking Whoppers? They gonna be like, why the fuck does it smell like Whoppers over here at Ferguson and Sons funeral home? And it's like, oh, it's a big nigga that we just lit up. That's what it is. You know, it's like
what?
I mean, I don't know if that's 100% fact check, but they did say
that ain't it. That ain't it, dog. You out here getting your facts from a podcast. Yeah, we not about to go with that.
I was just like, you know what? I've never been cremated to know that, but I was like, if you just like if all you ate was like chicken nuggets and pizza and all these just fast food, you got to think. I mean, eventually, maybe you will smell like a Jersey Mike's or something.
I would say flesh in general has a distinctive smell once it starts to decay and rot. So. I think that smell has it. Okay.
It was like this nigga smell like Italian beefs.
Are we near Al's? Like what?
Portillo's is around the corner. Like I'll be like, God damn! Like that's just. Oh, you know what? If we get off this topic in a second. But you know what? I also find, which is, I don't want to say weird, but funny when it comes to like death. But you notice how like it's a white funeral.
Most morbid as
it is. I mean, yeah, this is definitely very morbid. But you know, it's like when black people die and white people die, there's a timetable as to when you got to get in the ground. And I always feel like it is the most funniest shit ever because I'm like, damn, white people will die on Monday, they will be in the ground on Wednesday. Niggas, you could be out for a little bit of time. And I always ask my mom, I was like, why are the funerals? And she was like, white people turn blue when they die. And I was like, even in the afterlife, even in death, black people, we still got it. We still retain our color. Even in death.
Yeah, makeup just doesn't look right. You out here looking like
because you know there's been some niggas who have been left on ice for quite some time. Like James Brown, I thought he was on ice for like 6 months or some shit when it came to that.
Yeah, because they was trying to figure out where this king was gonna lay.
Oh, I was just like, man,
they was fighting to have this man lay somewhere else.
It was crazy about that is I was like, man, y'all just literally when they keep people out that long, especially someone like James Brown, I just like, was his hair still in like pristine condition? Like, I really want to know. I was like, was they still touching
well, you know, hair still grows. Hair and nails. Hair and nails still grow unless they remove it or something. Yeah.
That's really weird. I did not know that. And that just
yeah, it's still an organism within our body, on our body. So
yeah, I thought that once you was done, like everything just kind of stopped.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that really makes sense.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, wow. Well, on that note,
God, this is a terrible way. All
right, this is a terrible ass segues here. But for those of you who are just now joining the podcast, this is a segment that we like to call Tipping the Hat. We like to shout out folks who are doing good things out there. So we are tipping.
I'm tipping my hat.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
Boogie, who you got first?
I have none other than Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. She recently received the Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Have you ever been to Hollywood?
No, I have not.
I will say this. They do a great job into really making it seem like it's a it's a great area, that Walk of Fame right then and there. That Hollywood Walk of Fame is pretty dusty, but the way that they set it up for those stars to eventually have their stars be put on the ground for people to walk over. Wow. It is.
Isn't it like Skid Row? Where like a majority of those are at?
It's close. Yeah, it's close to Skitty. But
they just be like, fuck out of here, you homeless people. We got celebs. Got to put their fucking hands on the ground.
But Missy definitely deserves all of the accolades that she's been getting for sure. Sierra and Lizzo was there to help bring in and salute and celebrate the star.
Well deserved. I just want to walk up to Missy and be like, yo, I just need one hee hee ha hee hee ha 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 ha. I just need one. That's all I want. It's just one.
Shout out to Missy for sure.
For my tip of the hat, mine is going to an educator.
Hey,
this Maryland high school teacher was awarded $1 million, the Global Teacher Prize, for her equitable strategies in education. Shout out to Keisha Thorpe. She went up against 8,000 other applicants from 121 different countries and won the $1 million Global Teacher Prize. She's in Maryland high school. She teaches the 12th grade English. She decided to revamp the curriculum, which would be culturally applicable. Excuse me, culturally applicable to her students who are comprised of first-generation Americans, immigrants, and refugees that hailed from Africa, the Middle East, the Caribbean, South, and Central America. Education is a human right, and all children should be entitled to access it. So yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out to her for
children
sure.
Are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
I will say I'm not surprised that it was a Black woman who won, because who else is that damn creative to try to stretch out the little ass money they get from the school? So she was like, I got a strategy for you. This is what I'm about to do.
Let me ask you this question then. So of that $1 million prize, do you think she's gonna kick some of that back into the classroom, or is it F these kids?
You know, I want to say I hope she keeps that money, because I'm sure she spends nearly a third of her check trying to supply her classrooms with the necessary supplies that's needed.
Spend a nice portion of that $1 million if she decides to school supply shop.
I say you better save. You better hold on to that money, girl.
Have you ever went school supply shopping for a kid? Like, have you ever sponsored a kid?
No, but I was a child, and I had those lists of supplies that we needed, and I was just like, so you telling me I have to get a job in order for me to supply?
Me tell you. 2 years ago, I financed, and I say financed because that's what it was. It was like a car note to pay for school supplies. I got the list, and I was like, this ain't that bad. I spent probably $250 to $300, no lie.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's about right.
Supplies. It's not even my fucking kid. Like, I don't even have kids. And I was like, this is how much school supplies cost? And you got teachers who are doing this for multiple children?
Yep.
Man, kudos to Miss Thorpe, and
to you for getting duped.
Man, I gotta tell you, Miss Thorpe, if it were me, it'd be F those kids all the way. I am retiring. I know $1 million ain't a lot to retire off of, but I'm sure you've worked up some time, got a nice little pension. I'm going someplace else to spend that money wisely, because like I said, F these children
immediately. But I will say I do have an honorable mention, and that goes to none other than the pop queen herself, Brittany Spears. She has finally been relinquished from the conservatorship. 14 years. She did a bid. Man. She did a whole bid. Listen, give it up.
Kudos to her, man.
Yo,
a bid in her living room. Shit.
Right. A bid in the house. She was like, these are the confines that you can only frequent. Like
Man.
she was like to the living room, to the basement, to the balcony. That's it. That's all you got, buddy.
It reminds me of, which we shouldn't be making jokes about it, but I am anyways. It reminds me of a house party when he was like, every step you gonna take gonna be around this goddamn bedroom. That's how I feel.
No, I'm just, everybody was like, they were questioning her when she's on Instagram and all of her dance moves and stuff like that, questioning her mind and whether or not she's sane. I would go crazy. Anybody would go crazy just staying in the house, okay? And the fact that we were in the house for almost a year and a half, people were blowing their shits off trying to get out the house, okay? And the fact, just take that in. We were in a pandemic for a year and a half and people were going crazy. Guess what? She was in a pandemic for 14 years.
Man, by her own daddy at that. That's the other thing that we have to, that we cannot let people not forget. It was her father that did this. You know what? What do you think? I feel like what do you think her first song's gonna be when she gets out? What do you think she's gonna be playing when she gets out?
Well, I know it won't be Slave for You. I know that one. I know that song will never be played a lot. I bet she won't be singing that song ever again.
Yo, my guess is if I'm Brittany, I'm driving up to my dad's house and I'm playing T Grizzly first day out. I'm literally playing These Niggas Prayed on My Downfall. These niggas pray. I'm literally hitting you with this like first day out, Pops. God. I'm losing my shit.
Oh God.
I'm showing my ass. I'm about to just go out here. I'm about to be like, you know what? I'm about to have a whole bunch of concerts. And you know what, Daddy? You know who ain't getting this money? You ain't getting none of this. That's what I would do. Like I would just do a bunch of shit to piss my dad off, knowing you can't get none of this.
I'm just praying and hoping that she sues everybody that was involved into making this happen. And now she could just literally start living her life the way that she intended.
Live your best damn life, Brittany, because you got bank. So go out here and live, spend it, do what you do, girl.
Yeah, big bank take little bank, take all they banks.
Taking on her pop's bank.
For real, take them all, take all the banks.
Nigga, you gonna have to go to work on Monday because it's like the free ride is over, bruh.
Seriously.
Like I'm for real. I'd be the pettiest person ever. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Like Pops,
I'm putting
Mom,
cases on all you.
My sister, all of them. Like
all of them.
All of y'all. Y'all ain't getting no Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Y'all out the will. Like I'm excommunicating like the family. Like I'm like y'all literally I was in this hell for 14 years. Like come on now.
14 years?
Like, nah. Like I'm talking reckless shit. I'm going to every tabloid. I'm like, my pop shits with the door open. I'm saying all types of reckless shit just so they can know how much of we already know how evil her dad is, but I'm just saying extra shit just so they know what type of hell I went through.
Yeah.
I'm definitely happy tragic for her, and kudos to everybody else that we tipped our hat to. Let's get to this first ad. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like saying genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast.
Ooh.
First topic AstroWorld. Whew, what a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I think we're up to what, nine people have passed away, which is definitely very sad. Heart goes out to their families and everything, and even the people who are still dealing with some of the traumas that they've seen. Definitely condolences.
Yeah, so number of people that were injured as well. So from the riots and trampling. So
yeah, it was when the video started coming out, it was kind of like you didn't really know what to think or what to believe. And a lot of the blame that I was seeing online, it automatically went towards the artist, went towards Travis. And I think a lot of what I was seeing was a lot of these people, one, have never been to concerts or festivals of that magnitude.
Yeah.
I've been to one like that. I went to, when I was an intern for Def Jam back in college. I went to the Warped Tour. Not my type of concert. It was a rock and roll concert, but there were some bands there that I fucked with. A lot of people were out there, and it was crazy, but not to the level as to what it is, what AstroWorld was. It was outside at Comerica Park, Tiger Stadium, and everything. And for the most part, they had it pretty well controlled. I mean, it was probably 10 different bands playing at the same time, so you could kind of move and shift. I guess it's not quite to how AstroWorld was, where it's only like those set performers at that time. So that's where it was a little different. But from what I've seen and things that I've gone to, this is in no way can you blame the performer, you know, the artist, because there's so much going on that they don't know, they can't see. I saw a lot of people who were saying, like, you know how many times that they see like ambulance lights like that. So for a performer, they probably like, this is just regular shit. Like, you don't know what's going on. So it was a lot. It was kind of disheartening to see people blaming Trav, especially when you can tell, at least from what it appears to be, that he feels really bad about this. You know, he's covering the funeral costs for everyone and everything.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's kind of hard to blame the talent to do the work of people that he paid, and like, he paid for those permits. He reached out to the city. He said, this is my number. This is the space. This is the number of people that we're expecting. And, you know, I've been seeing all of the press conferences with the head of the mayor, the head of the police, head of the ambulances, and it's just disheartening to hear about all of this going on, all of this craziness. Concerts in general are crazy, and there's going to always be a lot of variables that you don't expect. And they had ambulances on call, and they had tents where they had aid and stuff like that, but obviously it didn't help, you know.
Yeah, there were, my bad, go ahead. You
no, I was just gonna say, like, just to hear, I will say the media is going on a little hard.
Extremely.
I saw people, an article from People's Magazine saying Kylie Jenner, she left. She was able to leave AstroWorld untouched and uninjured. I'm like, that's the headline,
right?
That's the headline that you choose. Yeah, they pulled that immediately.
Yeah, of course they did. Of course. I was like, bro, like 8 people at the time lost their lives, and y'all are posted about this billionaire white woman. I was like, no one gives a fuck about her right now. It's also some other things, like the promoter of this. He's had some issues in the past where he's been sued for not following all of like safety protocols and things like that. So it's like, obviously someone has to be held accountable for it, but y'all are pointing fingers at the wrong person here in this instance. I mean, there were some things where you can say, okay, you kind of do take a little bit of the blame, because I mean, look at the crowds at that the people who go to his shows. I mean, they do have like that mosh mentality or whatever. It's not for me. I'm a little bit older. But if you choose to go to his shows, you kind of know what you're getting yourselves into. I mean, I have seen where he's been like, we letting the wild ones in, we sneaking them in. You know, he's also told people to fuck up people in the crowd, like when his shoe got stuck. So there's been instances where people can point fingers back where it's like you do kind of incite some of these things. But in this case,
he's not inciting death.
Yeah, no, he ain't doing that.
That's different. I think that's different than push that motherfucker. Let's get crazy. Then let's trample let's trample people and crush their bones and let's. Yeah, no, but I'm that person that have to be like, so why did we have a concert anyway? We're in COVID. I mean, world right now, but they're also in Houston, so.
Right. I mean, this is Texas. We know how they feel about COVID out there in Texas. There's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions. I've never been a fan of general admission tickets like that. I feel like I'm buying this ticket. This is my seat. This is whoever is with me. This is their seat. I don't like to do, I bought general admission, so we push to the front. That's how you have issues like this. Because everyone's trying to get in because they want to get as close as possible.
Yeah. People are already zombie-like because of COVID. Now you have people tightly compacted, trying to get as close as possible to Drake and Travis Scott. Yeah, guess what? There will be there's going to be some energies that you're not going to be too happy about, for sure.
There's a lot that goes into that, and again, I feel bad for it because it talked about you couldn't breathe, you were crushed, and it also goes into like the disregard for life as well, because we would rather get to see this performer than be like, damn, I'm stepping on like 15 people down here. There's someone at the bottom of this. You don't care. Your main focus is getting to see that performer, which just kind of shows that we're just doing bad, man. Humanity, we fucked up out
here. I feel for everybody in this position because this is going to go down and it's going to change a lot of
it already has
with concerts. Oh, absolutely. You can see that now. There are videos out where concerts are being had and artists are like, stop my show. Stop my show.
Right. Niggas ain't doing this because they actually care about the person. You care about your bag.
I think they are to a degree. People have done that, but now it's just being exploited a little bit more.
You're doing it because Travis is getting people coming after him. So now you feel like you have to do it at your venue. And it's also those things where it's like, okay, bro, you at a 5,000 venue. It's not the same as being at a venue that has 50,000 fucking people. Like it's not the same as you stopping that for Shorty over here who just got a little winded. And I it's dope that you're doing that. Like, I mean, you should be concerned about people, but I'm not gonna be out here like y'all doing because you care. You don't want to get sued. Because some of them have even said, I ain't trying to get sued. I gotta make sure old boy, old girl is okay. So
yes, that should be one of the reasons why you take notice to people in the crowd, in the audience.
Niggas
you don't want to be liable for that. But also, like, there should have been, I don't know. Like, I think there's still a lot of developments and a lot of information that isn't out yet. So it's kind of hard to really gauge and give an opinion on just video alone. And I would hope that the officials will be as honest as possible, even though we saw a lot of videos out there where there were police officers chilling, relaxing, doing nothing.
They was enjoying the show.
They were hanging out together. Nigga, aren't you supposed to be 6 feet apart? Aren't you supposed to be watching the crowd? What are you doing?
Was moshing just as much as the actual patrons. I was like, yeah, y'all just out here. Travis is my boy.
Right. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on.
It's gonna change a lot of stuff now, and I'm happy that at least he was like, y'all, he's paying for the funerals. He's paying for therapy. And so I got a lot of questions though in regards to, I feel bad for, it was like the 9-year-old kid. His dad got he stopped breathing and he fell, so his son got trampled. I just got questions like why are 9-year-olds at a Travis Scott concert? You know, and again, there's a lot. There was a couple other kids that got hurt too. It was like 10-year-olds, 14-year-olds.
Yeah,
it's like why y'all there? You know, like
I was never, just like you. I was never a fan of general admission. I'm also bougie if I can afford floor seats.
We said close,
right, or a section area. Then, yeah, because I remember this was my last concert that I realized, like, oh, this ain't for me.
Yeah,
it was a House of Blues concert with Trey Songz and
Trigger.
Trigger. Day 26 was there as well. And I just yeah, this is a throwback. It's a throwback. But I just remember walking into the venue and I was like, oh, is this what my ticket pays for?
This is the scene.
Oh, this big ass area right here. So there's no designate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And it filled up fast and people were not having it. Okay. They were not having it. You're not about to get in front of them.
It's some shows. It's some we all have that concert moment where you just know. I think it was it was like a summer jam or something out here. I didn't know summer jam was for the youth, you know, and I was just like, oh, this seems like a nice little event. Never again. I was like, I almost got my ass whooped at the concession stand. A nigga into me, spilled my drink on me, and he wanted to whoop my ass. And I was like, you bumped into me, sir. This is too hostile of an environment for me. I was like, never again.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't do it. I had tickets this is before I left Detroit to go see Waka Flocka, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna just sell these.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I already know niggas is gonna come out with a broken arm, a black eye, something, because you know you know what's gonna happen when you go to some of these concerts.
I went to Kanye West concert he had in Chicago, where it was like Good Music Fest or something.
Okay.
And I think it was the one year and the only year he did it. And
it's not been that good.
No, it was Dave Chappelle was there. It was the highlight of that year. But I just remember paying for not the closest area, but second tier. And I just remember I think the trick is to have your friends near you.
Yeah.
So you have to have a posse near you. So you won't be okay. You won't be upset the people that are bumping into you, because more than likely you're gonna get shoved a few times.
Yeah. General admission, you getting pushed.
Yeah. And it was my friends. It was like 8 of us. And I was like, okay, I'm okay with this. It's just us. I get it. But if it was just me by myself,
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. And also the thing, I don't have the need, even when I was going to concerts and stuff, I don't have the need to be in a general admission where I'm at the very front, because you got to walk through all those people you got to go to the bathroom. If there's an emergency, you got to get to me, or I got to get through all these people, and they're not moving.
You got to do that beforehand.
Like, they're not moving if there's an emergency. Like it's the worst situation to be in if you're ever that close. I mean, it's just all around bad situation, and just
it really is
about to those folks.
It really is, and I just hope. I guess the real question is, do you think Travis Scott is ever going to perform again? Because the legalities of things, like festivals are canceling him, removing him from playing and performing and stuff like that. So I guess, do you think he's gonna?
It'll blow over. It'll blow over. Like
really,
like all things, it'll blow over. And if for some reason this doesn't blow over, he's put 2 buns in the oven of a billionaire. So.
Tis true.
This brother's gonna be okay.
Tis true.
This nigga said my baby mama.
So what you're saying is he locked in his.
Oh yeah, a long time ago. Long
okay.
time ago.
Okay.
This nigga said my baby mama is on the cover of Forbes. This nigga has nothing to worry about. Like,
Okay.
you don't ever have to put out another album. You just have to make sure you do not fuck up with her. Like, that is his only mission in life is not to fuck up with what's her
Kylie.
name? Yeah, with Kylie. That is your only mission in life, sir. Is be a good father. 2 missions. Be a good father and don't fuck up with Kylie. That's all you got to do. Pay like he just take a page out of Tristan Thomas's book. As many times, even Lamar Odom, as many times as those niggas fucked up.
Good point.
Lamar Odom, I was listening to what was it, 85 South, and he said he still regrets.
Yeah, of course.
That breakup with Chloe.
Yeah.
Like, he still is missing that one because he ain't got that bag.
Yeah,
and
he was being greedy. He was
2,
being too greedy. He was being too greedy.
You know, Chloe, she wasn't a bad option. It's from Kardashian. She'll take care of you, of the Kardashian clan.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know how you get these bags and you fuck them up. I mean, I'm sorry. Just Travis, you're taking a licking right now, but you're gonna be all right, brother. You're gonna be but again, as we circle back to this though, a lot of this should not be on him because again, he's not in control of security. He's not the venue. Like, his job is to perform. His job is not to secure the premises. That's not his job.
That is his concert. I mean, that is his concert, and he should have appointed the right people to deal with all of the necessary precautions that's needed. And,
I mean, usually in those cases they are, because it goes hand in hand with you and the promoter. Like, the promoter technically is like, the fest is his fest, but the promoter in itself, the promoter secures the venue. The promoter is the one who secures. So it's like it's a lot of this. You have to put the blame not so much on the artist. Now, if it's from the perspective of if he could actually see what was going on, if he could see the trampoline, then okay, it's like, all right, part the ways. Let's y'all can chill out just a little bit.
So we gave the same. This is not the same, but it is related. We gave the same flack with Ja Rule and Fire Festival.
Yeah, I mean, no one died with that.
No. I said, it's definitely different. But I'm just saying, like, people still talk shit.
It's adjacent.
Yeah,
this is fuck up adjacent. So it's pretty close there, and I think it's one of those things because the Astro Fest or whatever, AstroWorld, it went off so like the year before or whatever without any hitches. So it's kind of like one of those things.
It was kind of crazy
to a degree.
Yeah, I was gonna say to a degree. Nobody died. How about that? But they had issues.
Intensive care, but they didn't die.
Yeah, they had issues last time they had the AstroWorld Fest.
Yeah, no, he ain't gonna have. There's not gonna be an Astro 2020.
Ain't no more. Shut that shit down, buddy. But I will say there's gonna be documentaries about this coming
grand
up.
Opening, grand closing, Coachella, that's gonna be affected coming up in the spring.
Of course.
All these festivals are going to be Rolling Loud. This is just gonna be it's gonna be
all of it. Lola, everything. Everybody's gonna they're gonna look into all of their laws, their permits. They're gonna make sure that we are sealed tight.
I, for one, hope that Lala is not secured tight, because I can't stand when Lollapalooza comes to Chicago. So if there's ever a festival that could and should be canceled or at least moved out of the whole fucking city, it's Lala. I'm okay with that one being moved.
I will say the years that I remember seeing, I've never gone, but they have reinforcements on top of reinforcements.
Man,
you cannot get in there if you wanted to.
It was one though where they did like go over the gates at Lala. It was one of those years.
And guess what? They had security right there waiting for their ass.
Because remember, I think it was last year, because it was like the handicapped dude. He was trying to get over. I think we talked about it on one of the podcasts.
Oh God, yes, I remember.
They broke through them barricades last year, and
in the video.
For those of you who have never been to Lala or even in Chicago or been around it, like it's like Fort fucking Knox, like those.
They put barbed wires on top of it.
You have to really want to get into Lala that way. I was like, look, man, I'm not climbing that high. It is not worth it. Like
It's like 15 feet high.
Yeah,
like
it's
I don't
massive.
know.
And
Yeah, they went to Germany to get this
I don't know
steel that
how they had handicapped people that was getting over, and I was like, what the fuck is going on out here? But they could cancel out. But definitely hearts go out and condolences to
for sure.
those with AstroWorld.
Absolutely.
Let's get into this next ad.
Yep. Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Go on over to their IG. It's Rose Vogue Styling, at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code LATE NIGHT, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show. Alrighty.
Topic number 2. Tina Turner sues an impersonator for resembling her too closely. Yeah, this is a new one. This is a new one for me. I could see you wanting to sue an impersonator for not looking like you. It was like, nah, nigga, I don't look like that. You know, I ain't got a mole there. I can see that. But for looking too much like you, I'm like, so basically she was like, you're doing your job too well. Yeah. She's suing this young lady. She's in her 30s for impersonating her too much, or for looking too much like her, because she said she's afraid that her true fans will think that that is really her.
I don't see it, but okay.
Yeah. Tina, auntie. For those of you who are listening, there's a picture up on the screen. The lady who's impersonating Tina is probably all of like 32 years old. And Tina is like in her what, 70s, 80s?
Yeah, she's in her mid 70s, mid to late 70s.
Ain't nobody in this world confusing the two of them. I'm sorry, it's just not happening.
I mean, I was gonna say Tina don't look like Tina. Tina don't look like Tina no more. So let's
Tina needs to roll this one on down the river. Like
whoa. See, Tina,
I was trying to figure out how to slide that in there.
Whoa, Tina's out here in Switzerland. I believe she's in Switzerland.
She got her a white man.
Yeah, which is fine. Live your best life.
She got her a Wahite, a rich Wahite.
But you can get your coins in a different way. Like, sue everybody that fucked you over, but don't sue her, because first of all,
she's trying to get her bag.
She's trying her best. She put on the worst wig possible that she could have put on. I mean, and no,
we're not. Some of the hairstyles that Tina had back in the day.
This is what we're not about to do.
I'm just saying.
You're not about to put us on a docket to get no.
I'm just saying if the wig kind of matches what Tina was kind of doing back in the day.
Tina was unique. She was a star. She was an innovator. Don't you dare.
She was.
Yes, but
what's funny about this
was innovative as well. So
what's funny about this? One of my homies said that she feels like a lot of older black women do this.
Do what?
Like they get up, especially they kind of nitpick, or they pick with the younger black women, especially when you kind of feel like you feeling yourself. It's like, oh no, there can only be one. And she feels like might be what Tina's doing. Like, I'm the original. Of course, we know that, Tina. She's an impersonator. But she was like, even in her own family, she was like, sometimes her aunties try to flex. It's like, look, girl, I'm not trying to compete with you.
Yeah, we are different levels, baby girl.
I mean, if anything, I would be like, Tina, you should be flattered. She's a beautiful young lady who is literally keeping your legacy going on. Because I have seen some impersonators out here in Vegas. Whoa.
Shouldn't be impersonating.
The nigga that is impersonating Michael Jordan, I'm sure you can't miss him. He's wearing a Bulls jersey.
Yeah.
This nigga does not, he's not even remotely close. It's like, I'm bald and I'm dark skinned. I could be Michael Jordan. My nigga.
Yeah. He also probably is homeless because that is the only outfit that I've seen this man.
It was like
he ain't wearing no practice jersey. He ain't got no windbreakers that Jordan used to be wearing. Nothing.
I was like, bro, you ain't gonna change it. This nigga is wearing the same red Bulls uniform.
You don't got the home jersey. No, you just got the away jersey. Okay,
so my man, you can get some breakaway shorts. So they got Jordan outlet right up the street. My man, you like, this is Jordan golfing. You can get you some big ass Old Navy jeans. This is Jordan when he goes out on a date.
Nope.
My man is like, nah, chief. I'm like, okay, my man.
I just feel like she's definitely nitpicking, just like what you said, and she's just trying to find anything and everything to skim all of the coins.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those moments. I'm just like, you know what? Just enjoy it, Tina. Be flattered that someone wants to impersonate, because you could be like Flavor Flav. Nobody wants to impersonate that nigga. Like, can you imagine the nigga that there's, because I know there's a nigga out here that looks like Flavor Flav. Can you imagine just being niggas always confuse you with Flavor Flav?
Yeah, Boosie.
That nigga.
Boosie. Yeah. That's who. Boosie,
he gets mad every time people call him. Every time they make that correlation between the two of them, and I was like, you know what?
I will say this. There's a number of impersonators, Michael Jackson impersonators, that need to get sued because they look exactly like Michael Jackson to the point where it is eerie. It's just creepy. It's creepy.
It is. Do you have any have you been accused of looking like anyone? You got any lookalikes who have
No
one?
Nobody.
I used to like when I was a child, people used to look like the little kid on New York Undercover, and I never once did I see that. I was like,
it's the little kid from New York Undercover.
I don't know. People also used to say I used to look like Junior from what's My Wife and Kids, and I was like, one, my head's not that big.
Wow.
And I was just like, no, I don't see that one. In high school, they used to call me Kanye East, because I'm a little chubby, and he was Kanye West, so just like, that doesn't.
Your friends do not like you.
You know what? It's been a rough life, but I'm happy for the ones that I do have, the ones who were just like, nah, Nate, you look like you, and I was like, I appreciate that. I look like me.
Exactly. I always get like I look like somebody that's in my circle, but I've never, no one ever went out of their way to be like, oh my God, you look like Alicia, you look like Candace Parker, you look like, nah. I look
I'm
like
hoping
me.
At least, yeah, exactly. I look like myself, goddammit. I'm hoping when I get to maybe celeb status, with my celebrity lookalike, I hope maybe I'm a little thinner, because I wouldn't want someone to have to put on all this weight just to look like, who are you? I'm Nate Galloway. And I'm like, bro, why did you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
Like
oh, you mean the original one?
Right.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you was Nate Galloway before the weight loss. I was like, nah, like hopefully I can, slim down some. And it's like, okay.
You can do whatever your heart desires, Nate.
I was just like, you know what, bro? You was the fat Nate. You should have been skinny Nate. Oh man. Well, hopefully they work that situation out. Yeah, let's keep this thing on rolling into a segment that we like to call But y'all niggas tripping.
Yeah, it's okay, babe. Ooh, you and your cues. I love it.
You know, I be trying, you know. We're gonna work on some edits here. But
what we are gonna work on is good old Subway. Why do we have to keep going through this?
Is that like 1, 2, 3? It's like 5 times we've talked about Subway on this podcast.
Why? Yet again, Subway is in the news once again about the same thing, by the way. This was an issue that we talked about prior, but now there's an official lawsuit that's been out over Subway's tuna. I know you guys heard about it. Well, guess what? Now that lawsuit is saying that Subway's tuna is actually has chicken and pork and cattle DNA in the tuna. Come on now. Now I want to put out a PSA right now. I feel like whoever is still eating and patronizing at Subway stores need to get their ass whooped at this point. Because now you just want to be sick and you just want to take in that pink slime. You want to take in that DNA cattle. You want to take in that pork and chicken. Like, why don't you just eat real chicken? Why don't you just go eat real pork? Yeah. Tuna at this point, like we said before we started recording, tuna at this point is a hot dog. It's a smorgasbord. At Subway, it's a smorgasbord of meats that we have no idea what is in there, slathered in mayo. Oh God, y'all
this
need
makes
to
me
stop
go
it.
ahead, my bad. This makes me wonder because that said chicken, pork, and beef DNA. It makes me wonder if that's what's really in the shit. Like, do y'all even know if that's what's in the shit? It's really weird, and it's also like you probably drove past like 2 or 3 really good sandwich places to get to a Subway. Most of the time I see Subways now, they're in Walmarts or gas stations. So that right there tells you passed, again, a lot of quality sandwich places. There's Jersey Mike's, there's Potbelly's, there's Jimmy John's. There's probably some local delis in your area that make sandwiches better. And all these sandwiches are literally within $1 to $2 of each other.
Do you remember when Subway was caught in the fiasco of their breads being sponges? Like,
yeah, the yoga mat meat.
Yoga mat. At this point, how many corners, Subway? How many corners do you need to cut in order to make your margins? Leave us be, okay? We don't want you.
You know what's crazy is we both will be able to say there was a time when Subway used real meat. They used real shit. I remember back when I was a youth, you could get a real sandwich from Subway.
But we all know what happened, right? Subway got hot, and there was a Subway on each and every corner, and Subway
toasting of the bread.
Yeah, the toasting of the bread, and then Subway CEOs and the board came in and was like, hey, we can really capitalize on our money by using artificial.
You know what? I'm thinking about this. Like, God. Subway really did corner the sandwich market.
They really did.
All by just toasting the bread.
That was it.
Quiznos had been toasting the bread for years. And niggas was never like, I got to go to fucking Quiznos.
Nope.
But Subway was like, Quiznos. We toasting the bread, and niggas was like, oh my God, this is the greatest invention since the slicing of the bread. Yeah. We must no longer fuck with Quiznos that we weren't really going to anyways. Yeah. So now we're going to go to Subway.
At this point, they need to pull them refresh commercials immediately because we already know. Guess what? We already know Steph, Serena,
that shit.
Serena,
Tom Brady.
Come on.
Charles Barkley might actually eat Subway though. There's a couple niggas. Charles Barkley might be the one.
That might be the one where he was like, in my retainer, I need at least a Subway sandwich. Give me a 6.
He had a 6-pack or a 6-inch.
Let me get a. He want a party pack. Let me get a party of foots. Let me get a party.
You know that nigga ain't just getting one sandwich. Yeah, Subway. And you also got to think how many damn issues is Subway gonna have? Like how many scandals? You had the scandal with the yoga mat meat. They had the scandals of the bread not being an actual foot long. You had the issues with Jared. Now you got the issues of the tuna not being tuna, and it's probably not even chicken, beef, and pork in there. Subway just closed down. Just sell all y'all remaining restaurants, divvy them up between all the other sub places. But look, this is y'all's territory. Just split them up because y'all are just trash.
I feel bad because Subway allows owners to franchise, and as you know, if I was an owner of a Subway to find out, wait a second, this ain't real. None of this shit is, so I bought a Subway and this shit ain't real. How can you sell your shit? How can you sell your Subway? Oh, it's like you gonna
easy
have to
because you're making $5 a sandwich. You don't care if the shit's real or not. Slang them sandwiches, nigga. That's what it is.
Oh God, y'all need to stop. Quit while y'all are, I would say ahead, but quit while y'all still alive, okay?
Shit, for real. You know what it is? Subway is really only staying in business because of the cookies. Like that is the only reason why I go to Subway is for the cookies. And if I find out those ain't real cookies, which they probably aren't, I'm really gonna be upset. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna write y'all off completely because the cookies are really what's saving them.
I've stopped. When I see Subway now, it's just I give it just a disdain. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I'd rather eat McDonald's than eat Subway.
And that says a lot. Like, let's think about that. I will, in a heartbeat, I will order some shitty ass cheeseburgers.
Yep.
In a heartbeat. I'll order that. Feed me. I will eat a fillet of fish in this, and I know it ain't no fish. No way a fish comes in that square. Okay?
That is more fish than the tuna sandwich at Subway.
I bet you McDonald's is like, but we need a little bit more fish.
McDonald's is like, yeah, it's Alaskan cod. Don't know what part of Alaska it comes from, but it's Alaskan cod.
Wait, McDonald's, but I bet you ain't hear nothing about McDonald's after that pink slime.
Not a goddamn thing.
Listen,
they got on top of that.
Man, they put so many damn commercials. We are 100% beef.
Yo, and I'm not gonna lie though, that 100% beef is trash. I'm not gonna lie. It is not. I don't know what kind of beef that is. This is still not 100%. Them quarter pounders, no. I will not ever eat a quarter pounder.
Those are hooves.
Ever again.
Those are hooves and ears. Those are snouts.
Subway, do better, man. Just
yeah. I'm tired of. I'm tired. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Just do better, Subway.
I'm so tired of hearing about Subway.
Oh man, yo, keep it in.
Yeah, at this point, all I want to hear is a chapter 11. Go ahead.
For real. And if they do file a chapter 11, I hopefully I'm part of this lawsuit because I have ate at Subway. I have not bought the tuna, but I feel like there should be a class action if you just went to Subway. So hopefully we get a kickback. Hopefully. Agreed. Keep it in line with food. I'm giving my you niggas is tripping to Arby's. They announced upcoming release of curly fry and crinkle fry vodka. Arby's. I'm sure y'all know that niggas be talking shit about y'all online all the time. I'm sure Arby's, y'all have seen people who have tweeted, who the hell still eats at Arby's? Who's keeping Arby's in business? I'm sure y'all know what people say about y'all. Arby's, this ain't helping y'all's case at all. This is not helping y'all. Like, flavored vodka is ass. Like, I cannot stand flavored vodka. Most of it tastes like cough syrup. And y'all have the audacity to make curly fry and crinkle fry vodka outside of serial killers. Who's drinking this? Who are y'all marketing this to? like it's and the bottles are starting to come out. Then they start to come out in the next couple of days, actually, and they are $59.99. They come out on November 18th, and they're $59.99. Arby's, y'all don't lost your goddamn minds.
Okay. I've never actually eaten at Arby's, but I've been in an Arby's. I was with
you never had Arby's?
Yeah, I've never had Arby's. I've gone into an Arby's and smelled. So Arby's has this distinctive meat smell, and I remember being in there, and I was like, "Yeah, no." I don't know if it's the ham or I don't know.
That ain't ham, nigga. That is not ham.
I don't know what it was, but I remember I still to this day remember walking into an Arby's going like, "Oh, maybe I'll try."
You know what?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
They all smell that way too. Like they all smell that way.
Oh, I you know who's keeping Arby's alive? Middle America.
Outside of myself. I'm not gonna lie. You know, every so often I do have a little hankering for beef and cheddars.
I can't. Why? Why do you do that to yourself?
The beef and cheddars are delicious. You got to put 2 packs of the Arby's sauce on there, and you are good, man. Sometimes I go big. I get the double beef and cheddar. You know, then you get the curly fries. You got to add in a cheddar cup, and you have to have a Jamocha shake. And it is the greatest yet most horrific thing you can do to your stomach, because the next morning you're gonna be on the bowl. Like, it is.
I just want to tell everybody, do better for yourself. If you RB lovers, do better. And Ving, come on now.
So you know what it is about Arby's though, because Arby's stays open kind of late, and in the grand scheme of restaurants that stay open late, if all you have to choose from is Taco Bell, Burger King, and Arby's, you gotta think about it. By the time you get home with your Whopper, it's gonna be cold. As soon as you pull out of a Burger King driveway, your shit is cold. So it's like, I'm ruling them out. You go to Taco Bell, that is hit or miss so bad, because it's gonna be a nigga back there who under fries your chalupa, you know, or you know, you don't know what that meat is. That's like horse meat. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna at least take my chances with what might be this roast beef here. You know, they got a smoker. They got brisket. There ain't no way that you can have brisket at a fast food restaurant and not be dealing out, you know, high quality meats. It's in their slogan. They got the meats. They got Ving Rhames. Ving Rhames is the person who, you know, be doing their commercials. You got to have a lot of pull to get Ving Rhames to do your commercials. I wonder how they approached him too. I wonder, it was like, hey, Mr. Rhames, we saw you in Baby Boy, and we just wanted to give you this opportunity to be a spokesperson for Arby's. Like, how did that? I really want to know. Like, they was like, his agent was like, I got this deal for you. He's like, you're gonna be on TV all the time. Oh yeah, saying what? We have the meats.
He's literally pulling a Brady and a Charles Barkley and a Steph. No one's eating this. And yet he's the spokesperson.
There's quite a few people who are still eating Arby's. You know what it is? I feel like there's a lot of people who are secretly eating Arby's who won't admit it.
Okay.
I feel like that let's be real here. If we put a poll out here and actually, like, you have to be honest, lie detector tests and everything. Are you really eating Arby's? You will be shocked at the amount of yeses. I think you'd be shocked.
I'm okay with people hiding it, because they need to be hiding it. Who is out here standing up proudly for Arby's? Nobody. Sit y'all asses down.
Look, man, until you have a beef and cheddar,
I can't.
You know what? Just take a bite. Take a bite out of a beef and cheddar. You know what we need to do on one of these episodes? We gotta do Boogie takes a bite. Boogie takes a bite. A bite out of a beef and cheddar. I think that would be hilarious. But that's who my y'all niggas is tripping is going out to Arby's, and you did Subway. Let's get into this final ad for the final topic.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them Chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that because let's be real. A lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I got to tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Never gets old. It never gets old.
Does. One of these days, I'm gonna get one of those old school like guitar keyboards. And
oh yeah.
Wonder how heavy them shits were back in the day. It always seemed like them niggas was having way more fun than the nigga on the regular keyboard. It's like,
for real?
Oh, yeah, I can carry mine. It's like, it's like, oh yeah, Gary, can you air hump with your keyboard? No, nigga. Yo, well, in the final topic, People Magazine has decided to go with Ant-Man as the sexiest man alive. Move over, Hulk. Move over, Thor. Move over every other person in the Marvel.
Rock. Move over.
Groot. Move over.
Chris Pratt.
Rocket.
Move over. Chris Evans, move over.
Move over, Iron Man. Move over, Ironside. Move over, everyone. Paul Rudd is the sexiest man alive. If I'm Michael B. Jordan, last year's sexiest man alive, I'm upset. Like, I'm literally upset. Like, you can't go behind me with Paul Rudd. Like, you got to follow that up. It's got to be The Rock. Like, it's Michael B. Jordan. It's got to be The Rock. It's got to be like a Boris Kojo type of nigga. It can't be Paul Rudd. It just can't be.
I like Paul Rudd, but I don't like Paul Rudd like that. Y'all need to stop trying to put us. Why do y'all think we like this scrawny white man who just so happened to get a dietitian and a fitness coach and get a little abs for his latest roles as Ant-Man? I'm lost. Again, great actor. His list, his longevity, his career is real. No one's gonna remove or doubt his skills. Exactly. But for you, People Magazine,
sexiest man alive,
tell us that out of all the candidates, y'all ended up unanimously decide that Paul Rudd was the guy for 2021. That's the guy.
I don't believe it. I don't believe him. And you know what it was? Like, was this a case of like you can't use like the same person twice? Was it like we can't use George Clooney again because he already had it? Like Denzel was busy, Channing Tatum, he wasn't available. Like, what? I just want to know, like, who was the list of other candidates? I felt like even Paul Rudd was like, "Are y'all sure?" Like,
Who was 2? I just want
for
to know.
real, who was the second
number
person?
2?
Owen Wilson. It's got to be. I'm trying to think of people who could beat out Paul Rudd. It's just like, and also like, if this is the sexiest man alive, right? And for you being a woman, don't you have to be attracted to like the sexiest man alive? Like, isn't that how this is picked? Like, even for people who aren't, for those who are attracted to men, don't you have to find that man's? I mean, maybe somebody does find Paul Rudd sexy, but normally,
his wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably just that one person. Normally, everybody is like, oh, like Michael B. Jordan, like, yeah. Even niggas was like, okay, I can see how Michael B. Jordan got that one. Niggas was like, yeah, like that's a good looking ass nigga. But Paul Rudd is just like, no.
I demand a recount. I demand a recount. Who? I need to see the board. Who was on this seat? Decided on who is the sexiest man alive. I know he has a movie coming up. He's doing an iteration of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But
even in that, he wasn't playing a sexy dude.
Nope. Your man looks more like a ghost than an attractive man. I need answers.
It's some people who should never be on this list. Paul Rudd is one. Who's the dude? The dude that plays the coach, the soccer coach. It's on Apple TV. What's that?
Ted Lasso. Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, he should never be on this list. Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Who else? It's quite a few people that you can name off.
It's a list. It's a whole long list of them. But at this point, I feel like people should be like, People Magazine should really put as their title, Sexiest Man Alive in the white community.
Even I feel like there's a lot of white people who are like, nah. There's white people out here who are like, hell nah.
I will say this. You can evolve into an attractive man if you're really funny.
I was gonna ask that. Is this one of them cases where he's sexy because he's funny, not because he's built?
I think that might be it. You know, when you meet somebody and you're like, she is way beyond.
She's funny.
No, she's way above my limit. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to knock her down and really show her my personality.
You know, that does happen a lot.
Yeah,
that does happen a lot. I don't know. I'm just this is one of those situations. But even so,
yeah,
that still does not put you on the list of being the sexiest man alive.
I think
no matter how good your personality or how funny you are, that still does not trump. That's like, oh, he's funny. He's a great guy. I date him. But that does not put you at sexiest man alive. It just doesn't.
I think Paul knows what's going on here. Like,
who did he pay off?
That's what I want to know. He probably has the best publicist alive. That's just like what it is.
There's got to be some standards to this. It's got to be like, you got to look good. That's one. You got to be fuckable. That's two. Or 2 or 3, however you. That's got to be on the category of list. And I just don't feel like good looking, funny, all these things. Yeah, people aren't just like, oh, is he fuckable? I just don't think people are out here like, I do him.
Yeah, I don't. When I watch Paul Rudd's movies, my first thought isn't, let me watch this fine man do his thing.
That's what I'm saying. You don't get that with Paul Rudd. Now, you don't get that with Chris Pratt. But the dude that plays Thor, I can see that. The dude that plays Captain America, him.
Chris Evans,
yeah.
Well, I will say Chris Pratt now. He's gotten a dietitian and got a little muscle, so I can see where people might find him attractive. But they're reaching with this one. This one's a reach for sure.
I'm telling you. All the other good-looking white dudes were busy. Like Ryan Reynolds was busy. You know, like the Chris
Jake
Evans,
Gyllenhaal is raising
Busy.
his kids. You know what I'm saying?
Even the dude that plays Spider-Man, Busy. Like it was just like,
He's also
God
12.
damn, we've gone through the list. They literally was like page to page to page. Paul Rudd.
But I will say, kudos to Paul Rudd. It took him 30 years in the industry for somebody to acknowledge him
As
to
being
be
sexy.
a sexy.
I wonder what they get. Like, do you get like a plaque?
No, you
Like,
get a
magazine
spread
cover?
in a magazine, in an an article. That's
I just
it.
imagine like a nigga letting that go to his head. Like, do you know who I am? I'm the sexiest man alive. It's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. It's like,
Yo, chill.
it'd be somebody like, you gonna move your car or what, B? I gotta get to work. It's gonna be like some crazy shit with some nigga who's just like, look, nigga, I don't give a fuck if you the ugliest man alive. You don't get the fuck out my face right now. Shit like that.
Yeah, we don't do any competitions about the ugliest nigga. Why we gotta do the sexiest?
Do you really want a competition for the ugliest nigga though?
Yeah.
Do we really want this? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, because niggas gonna get mean. Niggas is gonna get mean.
We gotta stay positive. Okay, we gotta stay positive.
No, I don't mean for okay. So
no, I mean in the world.
Barring handicaps, because you can't control that.
Whoa,
I mean, you can't control
those are out off limits, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. Like barring like if you're doing like an ugly competition, barring handicaps, because again, we're not going to judge based on that. But if you are fully functional handicap, you just ugly, you can enter.
Yeah,
but then
Sam Cassell,
yeah, Sam Cassell, Flavor
Flav, Kodak Black. I mean, the list goes on. That's just what I'm saying.
I'm trying to think. Who's some top 3 ugly niggas? Let's go through this real quick. Top 3. Who are some ugly ass niggas?
There's a few of them.
Outside of the ones that we named, because that was 3 right there. Let's see if we can name 2 to 3 more. I feel like there were some other ugly niggas. Who are some really just famous ugly niggas? I'm about to Google this. Famous.
I mean, ugly. at this point, all I'm saying is, if we're pointing out the most favorable to people, maybe we should also point out the unsavorable ones as well. That's all I was saying.
I'm trying to figure out. There's got to be some. Google's not acting right. It's not pulling up like the ugly. So I'm like, who's
Google's
the ugly?
Trying not to be offensive.
Oh, IMDb says ugly celebrities. Let's see here. Let me just go through this real quick. I want to see who comes up here. Let's see if we know any of these. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Nope.
The dude that plays Doctor Strange. I said he's ugly.
Oh.
Baghdad Abdi. That's the dude that was I'm the Captain Now.
Oh.
He said he's
ugly.
Oh,
stop. See, y'all need to stop.
Woody Allen. They said he looks like
he's a white dude. Yes.
Thumb. Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean. They said he's ugly. Let's see here. Jonathan Banks. He's in like the Better Call Saul, the old white dude.
Mm-hmm.
Sandra Bernhard. They said she's ugly.
Who is that?
I know you know who Sandra Bernhard is. If you Google her, you'll know you'll know her when you see her. Susan Boyle, the lady at the.
Oh, stop it.
Adrian Brody. He got that nose. He got that schnoz. Steve Buscemi. He's ugly. He has definitely scared Gary Busey. He's scary because of the teeth. You know, he got them chompas. Let me see. I'm gonna do 2 more and then we can get up out of here. They said Macaulay Culkin is ugly. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, Miley Cyrus is on it. William Dafoe. Now, William Dafoe definitely he a little scary. Green Goblin. That one dude, you know, he a little. Yeah, man. Ooh, Chris Elliott. Yeah, he's a. The list goes on. They got a lot of. I didn't see a lot of black celebs on here. I ain't seen a lot of black ones. It's mostly been white ones that have been on here. So black celebs, even in that, we flourishing. You know, we still out here looking good out here.
That's how we roll. So,
you know, yo, Boogie, this has been another dope episode. Closing out episode number 50 for the people. Shout out to the No Sleep crew. We appreciate y'all for checking in per usual. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. What you got for these lovely folks, Boogie?
You heard what the man said. Do what he said. Like, subscribe, smash that button, that bell to get all of the notifications. As always, we love you. Thank you. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Okay. That this is a movement.
I did find 2 black celebs on here. Jay-Z and Khalees.
Oh, God.
Wiz Khalifa as well. Damn. Damn. I can see Jay-Z, though. I can see Jay-Z. You can believe that one. But anyways, you know, this has been fun. I got like my partner said over here. We appreciate y'all for telling a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell that friend. And on that note, I have been your boy, Nate Galloway.
And I've been Adrian Reddyberg.
And we are up out of here.